Hey guys, so welcome to entry number 7 of my Dingle hiking journal. Today was my last extra rest day. It was in Dunquin, and I've used most of it to take a trip out to the Blasket Islands, which are pretty much the only thing of interest in this town to do, but I'll say one thing, it was really worthwhile. I had my doubts at the beginning of the day, but it was fantastically interesting. Here, take a look at what I mean. So I'm making my way out of my bed and breakfast now this morning. It's about 9:20, and honestly, this is one of the nicer bed and breakfasts that I've stayed at on this trip. So I'm headed down to the harbor now to get an idea of what the boat schedule looks like for today. Hopefully I can get on a boat tour at some point, and also going to visit the Blasket Center, which is that building way over there. So yeah, as you can see, slightly inconvenient because to get either place requires a bit of walking, but I feel like it might be a little therapeutic for my feet, so not too worried about it. Well, I'm back on the Dingle way, at least briefly. It means I found a quicker way to get back to it after breakfast tomorrow morning. The directions have me walking way past the street down to the harbor, up the road a little ways, and then cutting back onto it, and then I would have had to come all the way back here again. But fortunately, like I said, there's a road down to the harbor I can just cut down to it, so that should save me a little time tomorrow. So it looks like today might be a little bit of a hiking day. Oh joy. But on the bright side, I just got my ticket to go visit Great Blasket Island. Don't really have to worry about food or anything because apparently there's a cafe right on the island that does sell food, so I can get lunch when I'm over there. Only thing that I'll probably need is I'll need to go back to my bed and breakfast and get my backpack, get my water bottles and stuff. So I want to be all prepared for anything that happens. According to the guide, you can take a bit of a hike around the whole island, and there's also a guided tour of some historical sites around the island as well, and you can make it back here by about 3 or 4 o'clock if you leave at 10:30. The ferry leaves at 10:30, so I've got about an hour to get my stuff, which is more than enough time. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, looks like I was right about Dunquin being in the middle of nowhere. According to the tourist sign I just passed, population here as of 2006, I mean maybe it's grown since then. As of 2006, the population here was 159. So yeah, that's a pretty small town. So this is the view from Great Blasket. Just came up on the dock a few seconds ago. This is actually turning out to be quite an adventure. At first I wasn't too excited about this, but I'm quickly changing my mind. The actual getting out here is kind of a 4-part procedure where the little boat pulls up to the dock at Dunquin, they come out of the Zodiac raft, put you on the boat, and get over to Blasket and take you off the boat, put you back on the Zodiac raft, and then bring you in. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense though, because I highly doubt a sizable ship of any kind could safely pull in anywhere around here. But they've informed me that there are tours of the old ruined village a little ways up above, and that the boat itself will be back at 12, 1, 2, and 3 to pick us up. It's 11 o'clock right now. The trip over from Dunquin took about a half an hour. So I'm gonna go do that, and also they informed me that to walk around the entire island would take about an hour and a half. I know I said that I didn't really want to do much walking on my day off, but to me, an hour and a half is like a walk in the park by now. So I actually might do that. Depends on how much time I have. There's also a cafe here to get lunch, so I think I'm going to do that as well. I'm starting to get a little hungry. So that's where we came from over there. Boat's gone. So we are well and truly alone on this abandoned island. kind of weird. So, just had a bite to eat at the little cafe right up here. And note to all future travelers, usually the word cafe implies at least a small restaurant where they serve actual food, but here it's exactly that. It's a cafe, which means that dinner, basically dinner and lunch are off. Scones and tea are about the extent of their menu. So coming out here without any food was maybe not the greatest idea, but didn't know that, so there's nothing I can really do about it. Right now I'm hiking back down to the village to take the 12 o'clock tour, which, I don't know, it's not really that huge of a village, so unless they talk a lot, probably shouldn't last more than like half an hour. And then I was planning on doing the circuit hike around the island, which takes about an hour and a half, so should be able to catch like the 2 or 3 o'clock boat back, whichever works out. So it's about 1 o'clock now. I just spent about an hour listening to a tour guide here to tell the story of the Blasket Islands, and let me tell you, if you ever do come over here, take the tour, because it's totally 100% worth it. It would take me a really, really long time to explain even a fraction of the information, but suffice to say, it's a really fascinating place and some great stories coming out of here, which means I'll be definitely visiting the Blasket Heritage Center as soon as I get back. Right now I'm departing on my walk around the island, which there is a nice trail for. According to the guide, if you're in any way at all experienced in hiking, it should only take you about an hour because it's pretty easy. So that's what I'm going to do, and hopefully I'll make it back just in time for the 2 o'clock boat. Well, I'm at the back of Great Blasket now, and this trail is leading pretty steeply uphill from the main trail, but I figure I'm out here, so why not try it? See where this goes. Okay, so it turns out the island's a little bit bigger than I thought. I thought I was going to see a nice view of the sea right over this hill, but apparently there's more island. However, check this out. Yeah, that's all of Great Blasket right there, and the mainland beyond. So, I'm not actually going to go any further. I'm going to turn around now and head back to the other side of the island, because one, it's getting on time for the boat to come back, and two, I don't know. As much as I would like to see over that hill, I don't really want to tempt fate that much. This island's treacherous enough as it is. So, I think I'm going to head back now, but it was fun, that's for sure. So I'm down at the dock on Great Blasket again. I don't know if you can see it out there, but the boat is on its way back, and it's going to be probably about 2:30, 2:20, 2:30. Once it gets here, it'll be back on the mainland by like 3 o'clock. So that's good. About halfway through the afternoon, so a visit to the Blasket Center is probably in order. Excuse me. Then after that, just go and chill some back at the B&B to end the day. So I'm on my way back to the B&B from the Blasket Center right now. Actually, I would highly recommend that you go there to eat. Don't let the cafeteria style fool you. It's some pretty darn good food. It is about 2 kilometers walk from the Blasket Center to the B&B, which is a slight bit inconvenient, but nothing too bad. Like I said earlier today, these walks like 1 mile, 2 kilometers, an hour walk. It's all getting to be a walk at the park, in the park at this point, so what's the difference really? So that was my day pretty much. As I said, the Blasket Islands trip was totally worthwhile. Forgive me for everything I said yesterday about that not being worthwhile use of time. It totally is. So stopping here is good just for that alone. Food is a little bit difficult to come by, but as I said, the Blasket Center has fantastic food, so feel free to stop there when you go to look at the museum, which you totally should because it's awesome. So tomorrow I'm moving on to Feohana, which is about 27 kilometers from here, so that's a longer hike by far than anything I've done to this point in the trip. but hopefully it'll be relatively gentle. According to my directions, it is. There will be some mostly like country roads and stuff like that that are relatively straightforward. So yeah, it shouldn't be anything too surprising. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the way down the trail.